PreGround Show, and today we got a freshly cracked beer. It's kind of like, the changing of the seasons. The winter ends, all that fresh new life springs and blooms again. I think we need a burger for that. And I think there's going to be the spring burger right here on Dave's Cooking Show.
All right, let's start this spring burger off. First thing we're going to need to do is we're going to have to grind some hamburger meat. Now this here is a big-ass chuck roast. It'll give us our nice 80-20 blend between meat and fat that we want for a good, juicy burger. And basically, you want to just chunk this up into about inch pieces. If you're using the KitchenAid grinder attachment, you might have to go a bit smaller. But I'm not a big fan of the whole multi-purpose kitchen gadget shit. All it does is wear stuff out faster. And literally, I picked up my meat grinder at a local hardware store for like $150, $200. I forget what I paid for it, but it wasn't terrible. But get yourself a goddamn meat grinder. I think you can find one on fucking Amazon for about $150. So get yourself a meat grinder. Trust me, your family will thank it when you give them the best fucking burgers of their goddamn lives. Okay, we've got our beautiful ground chuck being ground. You only want to grind it once, and don't worry too much about the fat. The ratio between meat and fat will work itself out when you make patties. It'll also be further worked out when you put it on the grill and all the fat starts to melt out of there. But, some will go to the fire, the other will make the juiciest fucking burger you've ever goddamn eaten. Okay, as I stated before, we're looking for about a 1/3 pound patties. Now, you'll notice I'm not putting the divot in these burgers. You tend to need to do that with the pre-ground meat you pick up at your local grocery store. Even if it is freshly ground, it's typically been ground twice, which would lead to the ballooning effect because the meat gets a lot more compact. But if it's been ground once and it's like this, you don't need to do it because the meat is loose enough to where all the grease and shit has a place to escape. Now, you also want to put these in the fridge for about an hour or so, or 20 minutes, or however long. I put these in for about an hour, that's what I'm going with, just to give them a chance to, kind of get cold again, refirm up, and so they won't fall apart on the grill. Now, again, if you're using, even if it is freshly ground beef from your meat market at your local supermarket, I would typically go closer to room temperature because that meat gets so dense and compact that the coldness, it'll be fucking burnt on the outside and still dead raw in the center. Also, the other great thing about grinding your own meat, you can go to a nice medium rare, even rare. Can't do that with chub meat or the fresh ground beef you find in your local supermarket. Okay, while the burgers are chilling out, let's make a spread. You want to take 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, and you want to add 1 cup of mayonnaise. And because we had to portion this out in a measuring cup, make sure you get the mayonnaise that's hiding in all the little nooks and crannies. Then you want to take a 1/4 cup of yellow mustard, and you want to make sure it's the yellow kind, this kind. Don't use the fucking Dijon kind. You want to add that, so 1/4 cup of yellow mustard. And finally, 2 tablespoons of dried chives. If you use fresh chives, I believe it would be 4 tablespoons of fresh chives. But I like the dried for this. Just the fresh tend to wilt a little bit. And you want to give this a good mix around, blend it all together, and you want to let it chill out in the fridge for, again, about an hour at least. The great thing about this is you can make it the night before and just leave it in the fridge overnight and give the flavors even more time to blend, but about an hour should be good. Alrighty, let's head on out to the grill. Okie dokie, on a piping hot grill that we've got going with lump charcoal, you want to put these burgers. And they're going to take about, 5 minutes to cook. As I stated, if you want to go to mid-rare, medium, you can certainly do so. And this is a important lesson for everyone. I'm seasoning these up now with my all-purpose, but as you can see, I'm having a flame-up issue. When you're using charcoal, especially lump charcoal, because it does burn so hot and so fast, you have to be careful when you spread the coals. I spread mine a little bit too early, but make sure you got a bottle of water. And basically this entire cook, I had to keep fighting the flame up. But again, as long as you got a squirt bottle, you should be okay. You can kind of see it right, yep, right there. Just keep squirting them with water. Don't worry, the fire won't go out. And you should be able to keep the temperature nice and low. All right.
The story of my life.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt! Shut the fuck up!
Shut the fuck up!
Okay. Thanks to the magic of transitional jokes, these burgers are done. Last thing we gotta do is place a couple of slices of pepper jack cheese and then give them a couple of minutes to melt up, and we'll be ready to take these burgers in the house.
Okay, so some of you have asked me to do a little taste test with these burgers that I made. So, how about we cleanse the palate? All right, let's make this spring burger. Nicely toasted bun, little green leaf lettuce, patty. That patty that we made. Next, I'm going to take some of this mustard, chive, garlic, mustardnaise. Put that generous amount on the top bun. Okay. I know you can't really see what I'm doing, but I'll talk you through it. We're gonna get tomato slice on top, a couple of cucumbers, and a bit of some red onions, and a little bit of ketchup. And that is my spring burger. Let's have a bite. That is absolutely delicious.